Okay, hello everybody. My name is ANDAY. Welcome to another video today. Today is going to be all about another particular series I've been wanting to watch for a while now. Well, not like I've wanted to react to, even though it's been out and I've already seen it, but this is a new thing from the series and I want to watch it. It's called Ninjago, like a Ninjago Dragons Rising. So I can't wait to watch it. But for a bit of context, this is a show that's been going on for really about like 12 years, nearing 12 years, I think. It started all the way back as like pilots from Cartoon Network and is now turned into a very different thing, spanning at least sort of two shows on Netflix. Um, yeah, just to give a quick say, like if you want to watch the show for yourself, it's on Netflix. Uh, this isn't a market substitute. This is just my reaction to it. So, yeah, this is about a group of ninjas who have spinjitzu, elemental powers, and they're all super cool. I think they're super cool. Been a fan of this show ever since 2011, because that's when the pilots came out, and it's been this like super cool thing to watch. You know, just for it to be uploaded, like clips of a new season. People are like, "Oh my god, it's still going!" Yeah, it is. And I'm sleepy again. So the first episode here, Lego Ninjago Dragons Rising. It is a technically new show because it's super different. But the first episode here we have part one. So it's gonna be part one for this one and part two for the next one. But I think it'd be easier for everybody if I just watch these two back to back and give my thoughts right after that. Is that a good thing? Anyways, it's been Lego Ninjago. This is Lego Ninjago Dragons Rising, and I can't wait to watch it. Okay, so yeah, I just started Lego Ninjago. 3, 2, 1, and play. Netflix intro. Netflix series. Ooh.
It seems strange now, but remember when Ninjago was the only thing on the map? When it was our entire world?
Oh,
I used to spend all my time trying to be like my heroes, the ninja. Practicing their moves, learning their poses. I wanted to be just like them. To protect everyone.
Third episode, I don't know why it's playing. There we go. So wow, a lot happened. First it was the merge. They're talking about it like some crazy event, which like yeah, it has to be because it added a lot of land to Ninjago and a lot of people, different cultures and such. Some were like really neat, but others like Imperium are bad. Which is kind of an interesting change of pace for this show to bring a villain like that up. Like bring I don't know what's the word for it, like an already established monarchy, I think, or an already established rule over what's going on in this land. Plus, who they are here, who they were, and Sora is from there. So was she like a prisoner there, or was she just someone who lived in that realm and was? Sorry, I'm all yawny today. Someone who had to fight for herself to stay free inside that realm. But it also talks about, all the other people around, all the realms together, which they say 16 realms, and it's probably like very accurate, but also a few of them are kind of shouldn't be there. Well, at least a few I can think of. The Cursed Realm. This is we're gonna get into real Ninjago lore, everybody. So listen up. The Cursed Realm. It was a realm with ghosts, and now it's gone because Nia drowned it. And Jinjago, apparently the sister realm, is also gone. It was, I guess, also caused by Nia. And then the Departed Realm, which it should be it's kind of the realm, where all spirits go to when they pass. So Does that mean there's a lot of people in Ninjago now that died and are back awake? Because, you know, they say all realms, all 60 realms, so is that a part of it or no? Are we going to see people that we thought were gone come back? It would be interesting if they do, but also, like, just saying it would kind of remove a little bit of the stakes. Knowing that if you pass right here, you just bloop, go to another part of the world. Speaking of the world, it's like a lot of landmass also gathered up, which is honestly really cool because, you know, we've only ever had that one big continent. We've only ever had that one big continent of Ninjago. Now we have a whole bunch of them, which is super cool. Well, yeah, and also the added landmass, I guess, to Ninjago itself. It wasn't just, you know, a thing where that had to happen like that. But they also bring up interesting things like merge quakes, where the fabric of reality gets torn a bit and they have to close it back up, and elemental power is behind that. Which, I mean, it makes sense. Elemental power comes essentially from creation. And creation is, you know, the ultimate source of power and can, you know, create new realms in a way. Thus being the safe haven, I guess, or like the backup plan to help patch up any remaining merge quakes. In this situation where they needed to have that done. Even more so where, like, we don't know what the merge quakes could do. Like, could they literally tear apart all of Ninjago? Well, I guess Ninjago plus the realms. But, you know, we don't know for sure what that means. Like, does it mean that it's all destroyed? Or does it mean, like, you know, more realms are coming in? Because they say that, you know, some of them are blinking in and out, right? That more landmass was just added. Speaking of landmass, there was 2 moons. Did one of the other realms also have a moon? And it just got blooped there? That's cool, but like, what does that mean on how does this affect the shore? Do we get more waves now? Do they get more waves? I like how they talked about it as where, well, we see it really with Aaron. He had little short legs before the merge, and then afterwards, or way after, we see him, I don't know, teenager at least? Whatever it is, he's very interesting, he's very cool, and it's pretty cool to see, you know, 2 new people, or 3, I guess, be a part of this ninja team. And even more so with, you know, it's not like these new ninja are replacing the old one, it seems, but it just looks like, you know, bringing them in instead of replacing them entirely. That's a pretty good idea. It has the best of both worlds, I think. Bringing in new faces and also not entirely getting rid of the old faces. Which, you know, I'm sure most people wouldn't be a huge fan of. I wouldn't like to see them go so soon, but it's great to have them all here. At least most of them. We don't know where everybody else is. We saw Kai, though. He was great. But hopefully the others, we'll see them soon. You know? As for, you know, what else could happen in the show? I really like the villains so far. They have this, like, looming presence. It's not just like, stop the bad guys. They only show up once, and we need to get them and run away. It's like this overwhelming force has been just implemented there, which is neat because, you know, if the Imperium was just something that just started, it probably just took forever to get built up. But because I'm so yawny today, but because it was already there, it just shifted realms. It's part of it's just a newly added threat to deal with. Which The factions of that thing are interesting. The Claws of Imperium. They're like these foot soldiers led by Rapton, and is led by Ross, and is led by Beatrice, I think her name was, who seems to be the overall ruler of Imperium. But as for Ross, he looks like somebody new, and I really like how he talks. He sounds so like threatening, so malicious, so like calculating. He's a very interesting and cool villain, and I can't wait to see more of him. And like, you know, other than the obvious, that dude is probably from Chima. You know? You know Chima, guys? The one show that came out also in 2013, I think. Not too sure. But, you know, it was sort of the Lego show that would replace Ninjago, but obviously that did not happen. It was more so the other show than that one. But, yeah, what else? The other guys. Okay, so we saw briefly that Wu, Nia, Zane, Jay, and Cole are elsewhere. We don't know for sure, apparently. But it seems like, you know, I guess it would sort of make sense that the merge also causes people to just be, I don't know, crushed in a way, or like just teleported into non-existence. We don't know for sure if that's what happened to everybody else, but it would seem to be the case with Aaron's parents. Which, you know, that's sad, but also it really adds to the stakes and the seriousness of the situation that Aaron's had to live this long without his parents and into this new quote-unquote world, surrounded by all these new different people, factions, cultures, and all that. So, like, honestly though, like, yeah, this is definitely an interesting way to change the world, give us more world building, and make the theme much more interesting for us, rather than it being, you know, just a new ninja coming out. Just a new ninja getting powers, doing this thing, and then joining the team. Like, I'm sure everybody would have, you know, been up for that, but in this situation, it makes them more interesting, more relatable, and more watchable as a person, character. So, what else? Okay, so like there's a lot of seasons of this show. If you want to count the other shows / things are seasons. Plus, don't get me started on the pilots. I was with the yawn. Oh my gosh. There's a lot of seasons. If I can name them all, they'd probably be like not even that much. Okay, there was first season. There's pilots. No, not first season. There's a pilot episode. Then there was Rise of the Snakes, and then the final battle, quote unquote, and then rebooted, Tournament of Elements, Possession, Skybound, Hands of Time. I think it was Hands of Time. Hands of Time, Sons of Garmadon, which took place right after the movie, which I hope people watch because I thought it was pretty good. I liked the movie. And then there was Hunted. Then there was March of the Oni. And then after that is when it got kind of pre-reboot, soft reboot maybe, I guess, into not of a different show, but like another show animated by a whole different animation studio. It was when Wilfilm got, I don't want to say replaced because that's not the right word, but instead of Wilfilm they used Wild Brain. So for this one, it was the first season for that, which I think is also really good, which was not Forbidden. It was Secrets of Forbidden Spinjitzu, right? And then after that, it was Prime Empire, which is also really good. Then after that, it was Master of the Mountain, which is really, really good. Then Seabound, also really good. Then right after Seabound, it was Crystallized, which obviously there was a lot of stuff going on with that season, and a lot of people having different opinions. Personally, I really liked it. Like, I know it's, you know, I can see the problems with it and understand it, and understand where people are coming from when they say they don't like it, but I just liked it when I saw it. That's all I have to say. And it was honestly the best thing they could have done. Like right after that season, they went and changed everything for this one. Which I mean, yeah, it's not a new season, but it's also like not season. I guess not season. What would it be? Season 16, right? If I counted all correctly, it would be in a situation where it's like a super big time skip into the future of this world and the future of these characters. Which the ninjas don't look that old, but I guess it has been said a few times, or at least once, I think, that elemental masters age differently than regular humans. So the case could be made that they just didn't want to have to change their appearance too much, which is totally understandable because they've had that same appearance for like since I don't know 2017, I think. That would have been a good time. Well, since the movie. Anyways, I guess that's pretty well wrapped up. I'm very interested in this new season, this new villains, the new characters, the new plot, the Source Dragon. What was her name? The Magistrate. That was really cool. We never seen talking dragons in Ninjago before, I don't think. And it was neat to see one talk and sound so like formidable in a way. Because as cool as dragons are, we never really see them being super threatening. At least in certain situations, because they're always, they're always the good guys. So it's nice to see one who's like, kind of not super trusting of the ninja, but like hesitant to be paired up with humans, which it does give more interesting lore, I guess, to where like what are source dragons, what do they do, and why are they connected to the merge. I know they'll all be revealed, but for now I like to give a little theorizing on what's up with that. Anyways, yeah, I guess that's all I talk about for these 2 episodes. My name is ANDAY, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.